Mizoram all set for the elections to the 40 assembly seats tomorrow. EVMs are being dispatched to various polling booths across the state today. Campaigning came to an end yesterday, and now the fate of 174 candidates will be decided by over 8 lakh voters on Tuesday as Mizoram votes to elect its new government. We go live to our two reporters on ground in Mizoram, Chief of Bureau 𝗟𝗓𝗙 Das and correspondent 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗘. First to you, 𝗟𝗓𝗙. Well, 𝗟𝗓𝗙, our sources claim that preparations for tomorrow are all set. Tomorrow is the big day. EVMs are being dispatched. Over to you for more details. So campaigning has officially come to an end in Mizoram. Tomorrow is the D-Day, and we have our team in Mizoram who have been very closely covering all the updates of coming in from Mizoram, which is going to polls tomorrow. And over the past 1 month, the ruling MNF, the opposition ZPM, the Congress, the BJP, they have been at loggerheads, and all have been very confident, and they have been saying that they will come to power. Now we are trying to get to our Chief of Bureau 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗙 Das, who is there live for more details. Well, 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗙, if you can hear me, EVMs are being dispatched, and it's the big day tomorrow. So what more details can you provide for our viewers at this hour?
That's right. The dispatching of the EVMs have started since 5 a.m. This morning, and it is taking place at various centers across Mizoram. In Aizawl itself, 4 dispatch centers have been set up from where the EVMs have been dispatched. The polling officials and the security personnel moving along to the various polling stations, and they will be camping there tonight, and tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. the voting starts here in the state of Mizoram. So talking about Aizawl itself, there are 4 dispatch centers. One is at the Brigade Field, where EVMs have been dispatched for 𝗃𝗏𝗏 and Aizawl North 1 constituency, and from 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗏 field, where I am standing right now, EVMs have been dispatched for Aizawl North 2 and Aizawl North 3, and from Vengluy field, EVMs have been dispatched for Aizawl East 1, Aizawl East 2, Aizawl South 1, and Aizawl West 2, and from 𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏 field, EVMs have been dispatched for Aizawl South 3, Aizawl West 1, Aizawl South 2, and Aizawl West 2. So these are the 4 centers which have been set up in Aizawl itself. Likewise, across Mizoram, several other dispatch centers have been set up from where the polling officials are going to their various polling stations, and they will be camping there tonight because the voting starts at 7 a.m. tomorrow. So you can see these are the polling officials along with the security personnel. You can see heavy presence of security personnel also. There are personnel of Mizoram police as well as from paramilitary forces who are accompanying and escorting the polling agents who are carrying the EVMs with them. But Mizoram is a very peaceful state, so we don't see that much of a security personnel presence. But yes, we can tell you that yes, there is heavy deployment of security personnel, and right now you can see that the various polling officials are moving to the various polling stations, and they are carrying the EVMs and other equipments which are required for the voting process. So these are the polling agents who are right now getting ready to go to their various polling stations. So this process of dispatching of the EVMs have started at 5 a.m. this morning, and it will continue till 1 p.m. That's what we have been told. And by 1 p.m. all the polling officials will be moving to the various polling stations, and there they will be camping tonight, and tomorrow from 7 a.m. the voting process will begin.
Right, Arindam, you are giving us live updates from Mizoram. Now, the ECI, it has prepared 1,276 polling stations, and tomorrow it will be the deciding factor for about 174 candidates who are contesting in this assembly elections in Mizoram. Now, you have been closely monitoring all the happenings, all the developments for the assembly elections in Mizoram. How do you see the trend? What's the wave moving towards to, Arindam?
Well, first of all, looking at the track record of the voting pattern here in Mizoram, what we can tell you that the voting percentage has always been very high. It's between 80 to 90% always. So the voting percentage is very high. Now, looking at the political history of Mizoram, here we can see that it was alternatively either the MNF government or the Congress government which were there in power in the state of Mizoram. But this time, there is a shift in the equation. There is a change in the equation. We have seen two new entrants. Of course, they are not new entrants, but they are going to be a deciding factor in this election. One is, of course, the Bharatiya Janata Party, who wants to improve their tally from the one candidate which they have won in the last assembly elections in 2018. So they want to increase their tally. So they have fielded 23 candidates in the fray in this election. And the most deciding factor in this election, or the factor which is emerging in this election, is the regional party 𝗟𝗃𝗏. So if we look at the contest, so in some constituencies it is going to be a quadrangular fight between the Bharatiya Janata Party, Congress, 𝗟𝗃𝗏 and the MNF. In some constituencies it is going to be two-pronged fight between the 𝗟𝗃𝗏 and the MNF. In some constituencies it is going to be a three-pronged fight. So we have to wait and watch as to what will be the mandate of this election in 2023, because as I have said, that the 𝗟𝗃𝗏 has emerged as a factor in this election, and if we look at the other parties also, the BJP also wants to improve their tally, and the Congress party also somewhat is trying to improve their tally. So they are also trying to form a government, because that's why they have fielded all 40 candidates. And if we look at all the parties, it's the Congress party, the 𝗟𝗃𝗏 and the MNF who have fielded in candidates in all the constituencies, but it is the BJP fielded candidates in only 23 constituencies. So the other players are also there. 𝗡𝗏𝗏 is trying to test waters here in the state of Mizoram. They have fielded 4 candidates. So likewise, many smaller parties or independent candidates are also here. And right now we can see that the process for this election has already begun, and today is the day when the polling officials are moving to the various polling stations with the EVMs, and they are being accompanied and escorted by the security personnel. Now, looking at the campaigning here in the state of Mizoram, always been a low-profile campaigning here in the state of Mizoram. It's not big rallies, road shows, something that we often see here in the state of Mizoram. It's more focused on door-to-door campaigning. And moreover, the Mizoram People's Forum, that's an apex body of various organizations which is headed by the church body, is emerging as the watchdog, or emerging as the parallel election commission of India, who are keeping a strict vigil on this election. They have laid down very strict norms for this election. Even they have issued a model code of conduct as to how the candidates or the parties should follow in this election. And that's why they did not allow the various political parties or the candidates to campaign much or hold mega rallies or road shows, but they focused more on a direct interaction of the voters with the candidates. That's why we have seen for the first time that something like a US presidential election, a debate was held here in the state of Mizoram,
right,
where the Mizoram People's Forum have given common platform for all the candidates to interact with the voters, who can
right,
directly ask questions and have a know of their candidates.
Yes, also Arindam, we have also 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧, who will give us more updates live from Aizawl. Well, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧, you are, first of all, tell us where you are. The EVMs are being dispatched for tomorrow's big day, and the fate of 174 candidates contesting for the 40 assembly seats in Mizoram, it will be decided. Over to you for more updates, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏. Well, we are trying to get connected to our colleague. Meanwhile, viewers, tomorrow is the D-Day in Mizoram. As far as the assembly polls are concerned, over the past 1 month, the ruling MNF, the opposition ZPM and the Congress, along with the Bharatiya Janata Party, they have tried to reach out to the last voter in a bid to ensure maximum seats. While the MNF is confident of retaining power, the Lal Dumphouma-led ZPM is upbeat about its prospects and has expressed confidence that it would not need post-poll help from any of the parties to form the government. The Congress, on the other hand, is also eyeing a comeback in the Hill State, but has indicated that it may not shy away from a post-poll alliance if the need arises. The BJP, meanwhile, is hoping for its best ever performance in Mizoram and has openly stated that no one can form government in the state without its support. While campaigning officially came to an end moments back, none of the candidates were seen drumming up support.